But the history behind the caravan was our constant desire to share with our people back home about the good things that we find in this association. Nowadays, there is what we call the joy of the gospel. The joy of the gospel is that once you are happy with the gospel, you cannot really keep quiet. Nka Kristo kwa kugamba ngo tokahembe tabaza okajumkire kibu nogiteka hachikondo ngo base kwakira abantu mwene toncho twashazire muka AMDA ngo twenda kuba omushana gwensi ningashecherereza chance the light of the world kandi tukaba umunyo gwensi the salt of the earth ngo tumurikira abandi bantu itwe nkabahwerezeho nabo tubamurikire tobe nko kwezi ato kwezi tukwine tara yako. The moon does not have its own light, it reflects the light from the sun. Hati tomshana gwiten Kristo yahereza kutumurikira tukamurikirwa tuketegereza tukamanyensi yatuhira obwenge tukamanya okutwaza ebyensi no kubyebembera no kubikubura no kubitegeka. Twina abantu bashomereza science, abantu bashomere byesente mbamanye byentunguka mbamanye byo kwebisaho. Twina bakugombya amagara mbamanye ko bakubisaho abantu bakagira amagara marungi. Twina byobwegese, twine abebyo butegeki, mwe twine bitongoro byinji. Twagira ngo Kristo yatumurikira ogo mushana arukurabira mu bwenje buyatwire n'abantu abutwine ni to mushana ogo tuhinduke nkendeberwamu tujorekereze parishizo witu ahita kurugambarara nabwo mushana bubajwiri echo cherereze. So that was our constant desire. Mbagira ngo choro bwachango ochendeze nkoko yawe n'cyabuzima bakuno ntubagana nabo parishes tukushomeramo abantu abutwire nabo konka tukabiye tukunda ngite cyurunje twashanga kuno tucibaganeho nabo witukuriye. Mbene twabire turyaho omomba seminari y'abtwabire twine ubwirobwo hatin Father Vincent tumwebaze omukomanyanka kaboy bwana mukuru wa Rwenyaga. Father Vincent kwiyariza kutunga sacerdote akwa tukantumwe horiza munonga akaba ari umweshongozi ineza gospel music akaba nakunde minyeto na yetereza abana ba university abana ba senior hatwiyabira mu sacerdote ba mugabo witurugazi parish as a curate. Uyashikireyo ahabwe ngo gaye yatandikaho ibintu byinje birunje. Kimwe muri yebyo kakuriyo kutandika senior kumanya hati nka Maria Girls Centenary Secondary School akagitandika ngo tubase kwishukiraho imyaka igana ya parish ya Rugazi. Yatandika n'ibindi bintu byinje charismatic renewal kwegesa abantu yatandikaho bwa project restaurant supermarket byabire bitakabahoga. Hataba AMDA twagira ngo reka tugende tuze kureba omukuru witogo wabira member witwa AMDA tumuhereze mukono omwishomero riseri yatandikerio nendijo mirimo yarukora. So twaye kwata mu murumo abantu bace ba AMDA tinkwishuke namba konka tukaturye namba nunji twagenda kurambura Rugazi. Twarambura Father Kaboyi twataye irishomero twagana n'abashomesa twaganira n'abana twaganira n'abazire abanyambabazo muri AMDA bakatuhereze bitabo batuhereze byo mizano twagenda nabyo ubuzima tukabaho umuganda muhango. Nangwa twakora nebindi twatayayirana na nebyange byabire beherireyo na namasenta gandi nka AMDA. Twarujiroko twagira twana shorta yayo rugarukira aha kajya tunga let's make it an annual event. So niko twatandikire tutyo injira caravane yakorasireho twagira nkatuzomba chairman wabira chairman wito akaba ari Dr. Ampe twagira tatuzomba chairman tuzerwira. So twazarwera twarambara imyanya yoko ntungamo twaza Kagamba nabo twabarambra twaganira nabo twabagana nabaha kwikiriza twababaganisa habwenje kandi twabagendana na n'intanda emishenga ibishwaro ibitabo n'ibindi bintu konko mushengo mukuru kaburi yo kubagana nabo ahavanjiri ya Kristo, the joy of the gospel. Mukama atkorire ki twabagambra kandi twaboreka nabo uko bakwasa kwigurira mukama umuhanda na wakabakorera mu birungi ebyo uko kutwarigireyo emyanya yitwakorasizeho kurambura harimo ubuhungiro na parishes zigetorire, harimo Kitabi na parishes zigetorire, ingira ngo twaherurukire nakazo rushere cyabwagera ingira ngo nyimanya yitwa nachitura. So kutwarigiro uko ninjara ntuje ko bantu bashobora narebe buze abantu babuza hangu caravaner kurataho ntugishara mututa ombwiro bo caravaner kurataho ekesha rwonwa abantu abagenda mu caravan tukaba twetira mu misho tureba abantu abazo mu caravan ejo nabahe hato koshanga nkaba parish yakazo barbinji so bakikiziraka akaruruka bakwata so next caravan is akazo niko twabente bitwaza ngodera mu parish yabiretine mani etine mbantu yabireta juwe kiro mu caravan yenyemaho ikaba ine chance inche munonga okutoranwa kuza kugerambura konko kwihobwo enkora tukagihinduraho hati abakwenda caravan bashaba okushaba kwabo kuzo mu council mu executive council tukutinsaho then twichirizana umwanya wo gushemerera caravan konka bwo mwaka ogu akaruruka kakwata butare so butare twire aha listi kumaro bwire bwinji ngwe tushemerwa kureba ngogo mwaka buzima butare yaza kubasika so caravan moderator tankanagira caravan n'urugendo caravan zitukura abagireho mbihumuro ebiringwa kwata motoka tamushanduke zanyu tamwe byeshweko mutamu ebyo kurya ebyo kunywa mutanduko rugendo mugenda kurambura ninga mugenda kumuraho caravan nebe ne kigendera windron minje no kugenda kumuraho kweshemereza nitone cyabuzima on parishes tukuzamuntu tugenda kushemerwa tugenda kweterana n'abantu bitukuriya konka twine bigenderwa ebyo kubagasara tarukushemerwa konka bito kubagana nabo bwenje tukareba uko twakubasa kumbekana omurye cyo tugenderera kuretera abantu bo witu entunguka eyijwire eyitwakweta holistic development ero kwata ebchweka byona ebyo muntu ero kwata bwenje bwo muntu ekakwata magarage go mutuma ekakwata namagarage go mubiri direka kwata nebinde byentunguka byo bwegese nkoku enyomyo zito zemerire echa nabanagambire kindi no kubaga no kwikereza kwitu na nabantu abtwashango mfarishejo munja kushaba mbenyemerira aha nshabe na mutahi wanje Dr. Ampe atwongereho obundo mu history na hereza kunde ine cyanyaba yabase kushobora na nebindi ebyo kushobora caravan nenchi caravan tutwarwa yo kintu genderera ki ntuza gukora ki mwe bari munonga
Every father chaplain abokushomesa aha bintu ebi nani shaba nyabo moderator ngire presentation ina tawa eho
tekaho Dr. tekaho webare ntujachira ne mukono ebiri. Please share your screen.
Every moderator, every father chaplain, chairman witu wa AMDA, anyesije within the house, a cabinet yawe mwena, kandi na n'umukanisa wa caravan chairman wa leisure, na events. Ebale munonga okutweta hamba kugamba nsonga egi ebimwe father yakugambaho omu butongore nkireka batwire ebibuuzo bikwenda kushana ngutube nibyo twatensaho mwenanyo mwe binantebekanise nibenda kushana ebya father ibyo batuye kutugambe aha bintu ebi idea kuyatandikire ahabwa Caravan eroho ayishenzero rwazita activities niziha niza kubagambira coverage ayabagambireho father major deliverables nagira ngo mbagambire na partners abo tukuba tuyinemu. Yes, father yayagambire aha kintu eki kikatandika kita mwana ngo kunabe nabagambire ibintu ebinge bya AMDA ngeri bikutandikamu mwene byija nimbaza kucheta ngo inspiration of the Holy Spirit. Idea ya Caravan age, the way it was, of course, it has changed over years. Kongu kuya atandikire omubwire bwa chairman ninga shigavana Guba mwe bareze enkora yo kugira ngo members ba exco ba meeting in their families. So around that time legal officer kari hato y'umuramuzi Immaculate twazo mu makagena na former chairman Chris agira ho ruciko kurwahwire of course as usual no manya habo kurya haraho kunywa bayabuka abantu bata baguma abantu nkabana ninga nkabashatu kandi yo Chris byarahanga Tom tibishuka n'abandi bantu babiri tinkwishuka je atandika ganira abintu bya cyacha zisho kuko kumanya kucira kugamba ibintu bya cyacha nkaba Kristo ateterine beni ecyarugeremu n'ecyo kifaza yabagambira bagira ngo kahine fazo gufaza faza kaboy baturugire ku mutwere sende akagize ngo nakutandika ishomero rugaze. As around that time yatohereze bishani twari ubwici buto bujuyireje bwona buryo gushanka uburyo n'ubushomaje bwe none ore ngo ingishomero modern ryo mu cyaro tugira ngo abacita ku rugapa tukazayo arambura biyabe nakora bene twamusupporting even more so ngo kuyabagambira father niko twagenze tutyo faza rugazi ombwirobwe. So that's how it started. Nanuku yabagambire how it was cascaded other years. Nechi ekyokugira ngo why the caravan ekyokugira ngo why the caravan
tunaitkolise yemwe kano kiyo netara
sana kwa mkamo
netara
aha ebare ngo father yabagambira Caravan is a huge opportunity to do charity in our home parishes. It's a very big opportunity. Sometimes you no matter and call a charity in English alms giving is a responsibility. It is a command, it is a response, it is something we are supposed to do. As individuals, sometimes we can't do much. No matter about as an individual, you can't do much. And so it's an opportunity to do charity in a very, very big way. There was also a need to breathe life to AMDA pillars. In the pillars, there are certain things we are supposed to do, but how do you operationalize them? What do you do? What can you do tangible to show to leave the pillars? Okay, that was also one reason. Then one other thing was to celebrate the one holy Catholic and Apostolic faith. And abaragenda muza kucerebera uza nko mu karavani ukarenga ibintu uko kugenda ukareba nk'ekereziya nyitwe ibintu abantu bono ukuba ari no guteka nebikorwa n'umuteko ufiteka amaju unyebaze ruhanga yebare tata yebare rwambasi nkazarwa y'umukristo. So it is something very special celebrating the Catholic faith. And this one you abaragenda muza kubona mu kirebo. And usually n'ekindi kinarebere mbweno ijukana nkanga vuga twataho umucaci ya rwoho zikazira nkashahe mwene tweko mukasheshe iware nk'abantu bataho umucaci wo kuba ko bashemerirwa abantu bamuda ukika caci uyakubera icaci wo mucaro nkoko caci nce nkubabera ya rwoho konkoro umuntu yashanko wahikomuka nkomuka mwene ro umuntu yashemererwa. So it is something very important. Now another thing which we often forget, the best friends in AMDA, you will make them through the caravan. It's the best opportunity for networking because you have 3 days of working closely. It is intense work. So you have 3 days. Usually it is there is not much time to network. Genda muza basi tugenda tuganira ntweshongora nitushaba ntugera tuta. So mwenu sometimes it's the best way actually to understand each other and to be close. So that's the best way to get friends within AMDA. So nito twenga nikituyamba to be close to each other. Then among other things, it is an opportunity to sell AMDA brand. There is nothing that has sold AMDA as a brand better than the caravan. Now, you see a picture like this. So if anyone is seeing it all over the world, I've actually picked it from the internet.
Sorry, your screen, Chairman, if you can, yes. I don't seem to get all the slides. It's like I have just got stuck on the first slide. Or is it a problem with my iPad? I don't see your slides except the first one.
Doctor, I need to scroll. Keep scrolling. All of us are seeing the first one.
Sure.
Yeah. And it appears that picture is very exciting.
And this one?
No, there's nothing. We are on the first page. On the understanding, the very, very first page is what we are stuck on.
Okay. It's good you have spoken. Let me now.
And yourself, of course, we can see you, which is okay.
Okay. Do you see this?
Doctor, you're not scrolling, Doctor.
I'm scrolling. I think there is a problem. I don't know what. Technology has become
Yes.
Do you see these slides?
Yes.
Yes, we can see them now.
We can now see the second slide.
We can see that you're scrolling now.
Which means I can quit the presentation mode.
Yeah. Let it remain raw.
Okay. Okay. This was the presentation structure. I talked about this, how the caravan idea came about. Then here I was trying to tell you answer the question, why the annual caravan? I hope you remember these points. I said it was an opportunity to do charity in our home parishes. The chaplain had said as much, that there was a need to breathe life into Amoled Pillars, then to celebrate the one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church, networking among Amoled members. I talked extensively about that. And then here I was talking about setting the AMDA. Do you see it now?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, we see it. We see it, doctor.
So that's what I was talking about. I said I picked this photograph from the internet, meaning it is seen all over the world.
Yes, the AMDA brand.
You have that teardrop, and anyone will start asking himself what is happening here. You see a line of people, it's as if they are going to heaven in a line, one by one. So many questions can be asked about this. But what is standing out is the AMDA brand through that teardrop. So the caravan has been very, very powerful. If you look at what it means, what branding means, once you have a powerful brand, it becomes very easy to do certain things. You know, like the current administration of AMDA took over after the lockdown of 2 years, there was no activity. I think for operations, we even didn't have money. But in the handover, I told them that though we were not handing over money to them, a lot of money, we were handing over a very powerful brand, and it was going to help them. It will attract money. That's the power of a brand, attracts money. Okay, that's why even, for example, even the VP had to choose AMDA to come and make a very powerful statement about herself. That's what the big brands can do. So that is it. Do we see this now? Okay.
The picture,
We
yes.
see the picture?
Yes.
Yes.
We are still seeing the picture.
Okay. There is a bit of a problem, but we have objectives of the caravan. More details about the objectives. The chaplain has already talked about this, and I've alluded to them. But one of the most important that takes place, mindset change. During the caravan, sometime back when we were visiting many parishes, we would hold up to, there's a time when we held up to around 57 meetings. By the time we finished, for example, the Chitabi caravan, we had so many parishes. In each parish, we had almost every council having its own meetings. And quite a lot happens here. So it's a very powerful tool for evangelization, as the chaplain has informed us. But of course, the medical camp is a big thing in itself. Later on, I will tell you about the coverage. Now, another question: how do we choose a parish to be visited? This one has been a contentious issue right from the beginning when we visited Rugazi. Actually, what happened immediately after reaching Rugazi in the night, as we were talking, someone was like, okay, why don't we continue with this? And on the table, we had several people. There was Mr. Gervas, there was Ruska Goro, there was, I think, Father Chaplain, and so many others as we were taking some bitter drinks. So, question came, and around that time, actually, why we said we go to Buhunjiro. The second place to be visited was Buhunjiro, and for that matter, that region. It's because we had actually several people from Buhunjiro during that caravan. We talked about it, like, since there are very many people here, we have Jervas, we have Chibuka, and so many others, let's go to Buhunjiro. It was just like that, as simple as that. So there was no formula, it was just talking. And then when we reached Buhunjiro, there was some awareness, there was some competition had started setting in. Around that time, I think it was just by acclamation, we were in the bus, and then it was this thing of shouting, hey, we go here, we go here. And then the chairman Aguba would make a ruling, so the next destination is Ruera. But then I was not the chairman, I was actually, I was still, the first two caravans, I was still a treasurer under the leadership of Governor Aguba. That's how that happened. Then when we went to Ruera, by that time there was more awareness. Some parishes had started competing, and there was a lot of competition to the extent that we had to vote. We had to vote. Those who are interested, the parish coordinators had to make presentations. We were in the bus after Ntunga was heading to Kampala. Of course, once the problem with voting, and that's why we actually ruled it out in choosing AMDA leaders, it creates a bad taste among the losers. It was a problem. Those who didn't win were like, you see, these things of choosing in the bus, they accused us that we were taking some bitter drinks, that's why we may not have made the right decisions or voted properly. It became a problem. But nonetheless, it did not change. When we went to Chitabi, immediately after leaving Chitabi, again, there was a presentation by competing parishes. By then it was Butare parish with Junda, there was Mshanga, and there was Zo. But during the presentations, I think around that time, the parish coordinator of Mshanga took a strategic decision, pull out, and we remained with Butare and Zo. Now, coordinator Alexandra Biaranga made a very, very, very powerful presentation. She talked about how the Catholic Church is marginalized in the Kazo. She talked about how it was very important for AMDA to take the gospel up to the ends of the world. And her presentation was so powerful. I think Junda and the Boheju did. They were immediately thrown out, and that's how we went to Kazo. And actually, contrary to what the chaplain has said, usually there is no parish that can bring so many people on board, make it win. It's not possible. For example, like during the time of Alexandra, she was the only one from Kazo. It was just one, but she swayed everyone. In my view, actually, the choices were usually rational, depending on how the presenters did it. But of course, after that, when we went to Kazo, there was a powerful bid from Mshanga, another powerful bid from Rushanje. The fight was intense. It started from here at Christ the King. The campaigning was so intense. And at the end of it all, Shanga took it. Shanga people were not happy. So after that, there was a strategic decision that the things of voting were going to bring us problems. And that's how the method talked about by Chaplain came about. So here, this picture here shows Buheju, Butare being handed.
That's the picture.
Yes?
That's the picture, Doctor.
You are not seeing the picture?
No. You unshared screen.
This one? You are not.
Screen.
Oh, okay.
Share screen, Doctor.
Okay. Let me share in a moment. There it is. Can you see it? So that is it. So we are also asked to talk about the AMDA pillars. As I said, the objective of the caravan is to leave the AMDA pillars. For some time, unity was coming in #1, but as I questioned the new leaders, normally when the chaplain says something that has to be taken seriously, I don't know why, but on Sunday, he brought unity as #2 and spiritual development as #1. So I also did want to contradict him. That's how I put them here. Maybe, I don't know. But pillars are very, very important the way they are. Each of these pillars has a council, and they're expected to offer something during the caravan, usually through talks. And they are like under unity, there are so many groups that fall there. The women, the press council, the leisure, and all those other groups, they're also expected to do certain things. And this is very, very important. One of the key issues, of course, the Catholic Church with education. Education is key, and we normally do intensive mobilization for education. So the Education Council has quite a lot to do. Then you have the leadership development with the leadership question. They normally do the mindset change. The economic empowerment, that one is done by the main Economic Empowerment Council, but also over since the caravan Turuera, the women, the AMDA women have been doing a good job mobilizing women in terms of economic empowerment. They had several projects like they did in Kachindo with sanitary towels, making sanitary towels. Of course, for health, it's a big one. The medical camp, and then environmental protection. We have always tried to plant trees, but because of hectic activities, sometimes it is not done very well. I hope this time around it is going to be given more time and more trees be planted. These are photos showing different activities in the caravan. Now, I was talking about, for example, why should someone go to AMDA caravan? Do you see this again?
Yes, Professor.
Yeah, now in this right-hand corner, if you can see this lady, she had a cataract on her eye. She was operated. And right now, she's trying to organize herself to go home. Now, this is a very, very powerful image as well, because it even reminds us of what Jesus was doing. It's like he you are healed, you just go home. So something very special has happened to her. She's just tying her bags to go home. That's how powerful this caravan can be. And you see all those lines. You see over the years, our various camp commandants. Actually, from the time we started medical camps in Ruera, the chairperson of the health council was Dr. Fiona. Then Rodrigo took over. Now we have Dr. Crescent. Earlier on, it was actually Dr. Mutunji. Yes. So now this is the caravan is something you do like in this camp, and you feel very, very good. Now this other photo here, you have this one is someone here leading an old lady, and sometimes you actually see some of our people lifting old people. I think this is Didis, yes. He did a very good job in one of the caravans. One time, there are people like Ishunjisa who would take, because Ishunjisa knows how to tell stories. Someone sits there to talk with the people. And after that, it was actually a celebrity. People were like, hey, the people are very special. Even as we were waiting for doctors, there was someone to talk to us, just to give them stories. And someone was like, they got healed even before seeing doctors, just because of that. And that made people think AMDA people had what it meant to be human. So that is it. It's something that brings about fulfillment. That's what I'm trying to say. Once you participate in these activities, not only this of medical, but even in the talks and all that. I have more pictures, but it seems you are not able to see them.
We want to see them, so ensure you scroll, doctor. We want to see them.
I'm scrolling, but
yes.
Yeah. So these are the photos from all over. This medical camp is such a huge operation. It's a very, very huge operation. We normally require about 30 doctors. Then whoever goes, even if we are like 150, virtually everyone is working the whole day to make sure everything goes according to plan. And at the end of the day, we are very tired, but very happy that you have made a difference in the lives of so many people, as you can see. In the morning, when you reach, for example, the medical compound, you see the line, actually, most of us, you panic, you say, how shall we do this? But as it comes to around 5, 6, you see the lines are no more. You see the last 2 people, 3 people, and that's a very, very good sight to see. So it is something that is going to bring fulfillment if you decide to attend this year's caravan. Now, another special thing where there is I told you there is a serious celebration of the Catholic faith, the closing mass. The closing mass is such a special event that can never leave you the same. We take it very, very seriously. The organization, I'm sure now the organization is already underway. How to connect with the home choir here, all the ingredients and everything. It is something that can never leave you the same. I think I need to enlarge this one so that the men can see. Do you see these men?
Yes, we can see them.
Now, these are men taking offertory during the closing mass. I think this must have been a change. As you can see, we don't leave anything to chance. It's not the usual thing. People have to be very smart. You can't show up with a red coat or a white coat or a green one. You normally nkamikoro mikuru yekereza nyini twabashisha ndibajwara bati omwe natama tubashije ko bagire nko mucembe kosa suit ziturajwari tuzangahe mu caravan ngota kaibo kajware ya red ninga shinge za green white biya colors like this kuko kuzireba ongaro aba fashion abantu kabajunda naba protocol kandi nabwe wotajuye protocol tubaka kwikiriza gusa ko umushoro ngo umwenu yaguzo mucembe bucirigare. Yes. Am I scrolling now?
We are still looking at the men.
Okay. Something wrong happened. Unfortunately, I was trying to show you because they wanted us to say what the caravan had achieved.
Eh?
Do we see this?
Yeah.
So now, in the first caravan, in Lugazi, we didn't have a medical camp, but we had these other things doing charity. We supported the school, the girls' school, Maria Girls, that was at Lugazi. We took so many books. Members volunteered and bought books. Different people volunteered books. We interacted with the girls, the talks. We visited different places and did that. That was our output. And of course, networking, as I say, amongst ourselves and there. In Buhunjiro, we did more of tourism and also networking amongst ourselves. I think we didn't have too much impact because we didn't have particular activities, but we also did tukakora ubutumwa omumaka gutwariremu tukakora ubutumwa some of our leaders, and of course, as usual, our closing mass was there, and we did very well. Yeah. Then after that, I think that was the first one after I became chairman of AMDA. That's when we agreed that we should introduce a medical camp, because in our estimation, there was too much time on Saturday, which could be utilized to do other things. Yes, because you see, like in Lugazi is a tourist area. There was too much to see. You would be occupied all the time. So the whole thing was okay. In some other parishes, if there are not so many tourist attractions, if they are not, what do we do? So that's how we introduced medical camp, and it ended up being one of the main activities. In that camp, according to the records that we got from the Health Council, 2,644 people were served. I mean, they were checked, and they are categorized differently. Then in Ichtabi, 3,792 people were served. Then in Kazo, Chiruhura district, 4,289 were served. Yes, and it kept increasing. In Mshanga, I think there were about also 5,000 or so, because with efficiency and with mobilization, the numbers kept increasing. Yes. Oh la la. Okay, sorry for that. Over the years, we have had key partners coming on board to work with the AMDA, the Ministry of Health, and the organization, National Medical Stores. They have been providing the bulk of the medicines. Uganda Post Defense Forces, they have been doing a very good job, especially in HIV counseling. Uganda Police Force, they have been doing a good job. Then we had joint medical stores, Biomedics Products Limited. This one is owned by our own Gaston Muramira. They have been very, very vital. Rotary and Lions Clubs. The lady doctor who does eye surgery, I think it's from Rotary. Uganda Cancer Institute has been very great by providing different kinds of assistance, including their big machine for cancer screening. Uganda Law Society, in Mshanga, something special was added as part of the caravan. The lawyers, the AMDA they call law council, they mobilize themselves and also set up their own legal clinic. In their reasoning that Sampo had issues, they were also sick because of certain injustices. So they had a clinic and it worked out so well. I'm sure they'll be coming up again. So that was under Uganda Law Society. Then Letshego, they have been very, very, very useful over the years. There are so many partners, but of course the most important AMDA members who pay to go and then are able to do that kind of work. Yes. And finally, I have this slide here to thank you for listening, but also to show you that the caravan is fun. Once you attend, you are going to be happy. The dancing is not going to stop, just like these young girls are doing. Thank you very much.
Wow, how do they give mighty hand claps on Zoom? By expert Marina RK advice, how do we clap? Because this has been a wonderful presentation. I was actually looking through the questions that are being shared on the chat, and almost no questions because the explanations are very clear. History ya caravan yona twajitunga. We had questions previously from different angles. People wanted to know why we have an annual caravan. What do we do there? What do the different councils do during the caravan? Impact of the caravans, how are destinations? I feel that so many of our questions have been answered. So further, webade,
Richard? Dear members, allow me step in for Fina. It looks like she has dropped off. It could be a network issue or something. Thank you, Dr. Ampi, for that rich history of the caravan and for answering all questions that our members throughout platforms have been asking. So allow me call in again our chaplain to pick up from there and give us some other insights. And then probably Fina will be coming back. Then we can take up questions from the attendants. Thank you.
Thank you very much, RK. Thank you very much, members, for your kind attention. I thank you, Dr. Ampe, for those nice pictures, because they have brought vividly the nice memories of our past caravans. And those who have not been to any caravan, I think you can have some visualization, some imagination of what takes place. I want to tell you, those who have never attended any caravan, that it is real fun. I know AMDA people have fun. It's real fun. Not only fun in the sense of leisure, but it's spiritual, it is economic, fun, all sectors. Everything we do is actually a real joy. I want to make some remarks about our preparation process. From what we've said, from what you've seen from Dr. Ampe, and from what you'll be hearing, those of you could have heard about the preparations going on. Letters are being written to different organizations, different groups appealing for aid in terms of equipment, in terms of medicine, especially since our caravan, the medical camp is one of the major activities of the caravan. Now, all these things need money and material support. During our Lenten period, we made some charity collections, clothes, shoes, and other items for donation. So we are still appealing to you. We decided not to distribute these items over the Lenten period. We decided to keep them so that we shall add on to what we shall collect later and have a real big mshenga to take to our people. Here in the city, we may not know the impact, the problems and the hardships that people face in the rural areas. You will hardly see here somebody putting up a patched up trouser in Pari Neveraka in Yamach. But in some of these areas we are going to, you'll find it a common scene. So don't waste things. Let us not waste things. Tanto kushanguriza ebintu ebijwaro enkito enshaho z'abakyara na n'ebindi ekintu ekyokureba ngu torikwetenga tukugira ngu noogaba ekintu ekihwire omugasho ninga ekikutamire ninga ekyorikureba ngu kihwiremu ensha konka na n'ekintu ekyorikukunda wabone byingi yesaasireho kimwe okiheereze omuntu ondiijo oine ekyetengo. So one of the appeals I make is the appeal of charity. As we begin to prepare for this caravan, let's begin slowly by slowly. Omutemo ogubatiireho ahabwa hati n'emitwaro 25 na sente nyingi ekyo ntukiikiriza konka ebintu ebyokukorwa nabyo mbyetaaga sente. Ekirungi hati nitumanya ngu karavani neija omu kwezi kwa mwenda, nyo ningira ngu watandika kubiika mpora, okatandika kubiika buri kwezi 6,000, 7 ninga 10 okagita aha rubaju egine ya karavani. Twaza kuhika obwire obo tikiriize kuhenda torakihurira n'okukihurira. You will not feel the impact of it if you begin saving aside, put aside some money for the caravan. Tezo zonka ezo rashashure okugenderaho bete ntiza no kushaba okutuhwera okutuhereza obuyambe bwa sente kugura ebintu biturayetaga kukozesa. Niwe otarukuteka kuza mu caravan ejo tekateka omushenga gwawe okuhamire okuturagende nagwo okuyamba abantu baitu. Ekindi kingwe nagambaho, among the 7 pillars, our recent pillar is that of environmental sustainability. We are very grateful to the chairperson of that new council, Madame Orator. She's doing a very wonderful job and she really has a passion for that area. And I think that's the area she also specializes in her job. She's a lady who has many contacts, many donor organizations that can support us in that. So environmental protection, iyo obuyambe buruho, abitekatekere kutwata mukono baruho, ekibarukwetenga no kukwatanisa nabo tukakira ekitekateko kirungi ekyo. There's what we call a green and climate smart project. So want to promote green and climate smart parishes. Twenda kutandika na parish ya Butare. Nango tukatwakitandikireho ekintu ekyo nimwijuka abebembeza bamwe tukagira nkatse kutayayira chairman aguba abakuba guboko akatubera ekyo kureberaho omunyomyo yiti yobwebembezi, the leadership pillar. Yagira tukanye simbe ebintu bikabitoro. Twenda kusima ba AMDA bamihire mukono mukamuhereza sente, abamwe bakazayo physically bayetabo mu campaigns aguba yarabamo. So tukagira nka tugende tuze kumurambura turebe ibyo gukora itwe nkaba AMDA. Ninyushka bemwe mbitwakozere no kubyara emiti as a sign of supporting environmental sustainability. So ntubashaba ngo pira yitwe agency which we are actually going to launch in our July end of month mass period of zima tugiteke mwamana. Akwa period negenda na nechetengo ningashi okushaba kwa Papa Francis omukihandiko kye ekirkwetwa Laudato Si, ekikwatirine no kureberera ebyobuhangwa okureberera ensi yitu, on caring for our mother earth. Akwa bintu bitwine ebikutubisaho byona nebirugo mu nsi. Ruhanga katho bwenge okubikozese ngo mutegeke ensi mugikubure mugihe mukwetenga byona onkatara tugizire ngo ensi tugishisha. Namwe no omutwe gwitu gwa caravanage gwina kakwate na nebyahandikirwe ngo Ruhanga yahinduka yareba byona ebyahangire bere birunje munonga. That will be our theme. Ngo Ruhanga yareba byone ebyahangire bere birunje munonga. Ekyo ncho kyegeso kitwenda kwebembeza aze kyegeso ekyo nkigenda na environmental sustainability. When caravan yitu ejo mutogwayo mhango oyihireho medical camp ne environmental sustainability okukuma no kushemeza ebyo bahangwa. Ruhanga yashanga byone byahangire bere birunje munonga. So ntwenda kwemereraho twebuze kwire yahangire bere birunje munonga ebye bibi bikaragankaye. Ebye byanda okuhinduka ko bwire, change of climate nebergankaye. Nebimwe tukwirebera okuhingwa mbisharra okuteme bibera na nebindi nebergankaye. Mberga omumico yitu mibi yo kushisha byo bahangwa. So nico twenda kwegesa abantu babweju n'ensi nunje munonga eyine enshozi eyine bibera eyine emigera bakanyira ngo abantu babweja binjo tubazanaziba omugera ngo bangura bo mu mbuga amiza nagatahira onkanye itekatekwa ngo biriyo nebicendera akwa nabwejo nayo kushisho byo buhangwa kuriyo zabuhangwa kwa hansa abantu batimbe feza hine basisire so abantu babwejo amdenda kubatwara ubutumwa kubasa kume byo buhangwa ensi yawe kabanungi kandi nito tukabagana ahajo nebyo nabwo echo ntubashaba mukwatanise nito muntebekanise ejo oba mukwejumba kubyara imiti tubutare honka bitona nahandi abo kuba ekine kigenderwa kitu okugenda n'ekyegeso cha isitwe papa so ebyo bibiri charity and environmental sustainability tinkumanya y'abantu zo mbubuzo ine wabanabuza ngu under which council does unity pillar 4 na council chi erukora ahacha pillar ya unity ahabwanje ntekateka ngu pillar ya unity ne yebemberwa za council zone abo kwa buri council ne yitwine yabe yo bwegese yabe byentunguka yabe yo bwebembesi yabe yamagara byona nebigenda na ndobumwe ondisho yagira ngo ntubasa kutekateka okwija kutayayira His Grace Emeritus Paul Kebachenga nka AMDA ngira ngo cyo nekitekateko kirungi ekyabemembezi barkwasa kutekatekaho ombwira wo misho Archbishop tukamutayayira ondisho yashabanga ba Women Council barga kwegesa abacara okomuza Caravan bagume bagariceyo okukuratirira bayegize ngira ngo cyo tishabacara chonka bonka kureka n'ikitu twena na program ezindi zona eziturabe tukozire okwenyuma chinkwe ndagamba he omuriyeki mu cyo bwebembezi cyo kwatanisa hamwe Dr. Ampe yatushobora ngo mu Caravan egi harimo solidarity nutukorra hamwe abantu mbegera mu n'ibintu byingi n'abatarabashaho tukagabe mbazi nabamwe twayego kutasya handiko kubuza abantu endwara yamwe bayegeraho counseling yo kuhumuriza na nebindi so that solidarity leads us really to do things, to learn new things, to work together, to collaborate, and that is a way of promoting unity and harmony as members of AMDA. Ekindi chinkwe nakubagambira AMDA abebembezi bitu ntubaronda using the search committee system nomukimanyangu twasyo bururu tinkumanya mirundi nkena tutarukutera bururu bitukuronda abebembezi bitu turukuchondoza buri yomara kuhereza y'amazina garukutekateka tukataha kaciko kakakiriye utekateko bitu kakabishwijuma amherwa byona kakatubagira orukarara rw'abebembezi kandi abebembezi aba ahito ezunise omuringogu shangire gurugu murunje munonga nambasa kwebuza ngo abebembezi abo itontu bamanyira hinto bihankaye ndeba emirimo nkeji ya Caravan niho tukurebera talents z'abantu so it's an opportunity to identify talents, to identify leaders, but it is also an opportunity to nurture potential leaders. So nabwo cyo ntubashaba twejunso mu gishogo buzima harimo ibirungi byinji ebituriho mu Caravan ekingwa ndakwererukana naco nibagira ngo there is more joy in giving than in receiving. Harimo kushemererwa omukuhereza okukira okwakira buzima wano ohereza okamanya ngumutahi wawe yagasirwa. The most important joy is to know that your contribution and your involvement has brought happiness and well-being and fulfillment in the life of another. Ekyo n'ekintu kikuru munonga kandi kimwe kiri kutsinduka okugenda mu za Caravan ezo. Ekyabuzima ntugenda no kushemerwa tugenda kurambura tugenda it's an excursion in a way, but an excursion that brings about joy and brings about value among the people that we visit. Nabo cyo ntubashaba abantu mwe twetabo mu Caravan egi sente ni nyingi konka twatandika kare ningira ngo tujya kuzishikiriza mwe bare munonga.
Yes, moderator, can I say something?
Yes, Doctor. Fina is back, but you go ahead, Doctor.
Thank you, Father Chaplain. Ina bana wabuze ikibuzo twatene na follow-up. In follow-up eri kubaho twarwo mu caravan. It is something that that is a very good observation. Over the years, we grappled with how to handle that. Maybe tuliona nimabyetaga sente kweza kuliona twatwine budget definite for that caravan. After that, resources zo gukora nk'ibintu nk'ibyo follow-up ziba ziri limited. Twarugire rushanje inabana bamwe babe identified but severely malnourished. It became a challenge how to care for them, but the health council was able to organize resources, and they were taken to Mbarara Referral Hospital for follow-up and management. Then some other groups AMDA kuba atayayireyo bashangwe, in fact abana bakaba malnourished konkana environment kerimbi yahiba kutura harahabi bakoragana na bwana mukuru family do bajombekera n'enju yabirimo abana bari malnourished. But those are isolated incidences. Sometimes habaho nk'abantu bakagira umwete bakafollowing up ekintu onga collectively. It's very hard, but what we know, the Education Council has been having a program or of going back parishes that are already visited, visiting amashomero batwara ubutumwa bukukiraho. And Madam Scholar yagamba cyari cya personal education and where restoration teyo cyakora munonga amashomero abetubwe parishes kumazirinde touch through education and a few other activities. Konga follow-up is something very important. Konga doing it practically to a desired level is not easy. By the time kukweza caravan and what sources asigaraho no kuruha abantu babaruhire, but abamushanga bakakora a very good model whereby nabo bakagira chapter yabo ya mushanga hatuno shanga nukanga na karo mushanga muda so bine na pillars zabo ari manyaka kora mu munongo yashomesa abantu on their own. They're able to follow up certain issues, and I think that's what we need to do. The local people should have a way of following up some of the issues. Yeah, but that's a very, very important point. Natural parameter is going to evolve. Maybe have a whole with Bukchiraho. Usually, we are into sensitization. Mwenu kananga kutwagira nkamushanga. The biggest issue na nendwara z'abeziriyo, the problem was nimbabi ibintu byana nkabya personal hygiene nabiha, so which are not very difficult to do. Abantu baba empowered nuba kwevana sombi aroko ndibasa kushomesa abantu ya personal hygiene yangwe ndwara zimwe zitakabaho twashangira abantu bindi. So that's something that the leadership can discuss. At least there is some level of follow-up. Either amudegiro kuyayambaho konka mostly abantu bahansi batani bababoreke cyo kureberaho mwenu nkaburi yeso kuyanabise abatende ko ebigere kata kwetaga gumza munabe nabisa akajya ati na ukunakora mugende mugire muta mukorera abandi ikintu gendo mumisho bwo kubasagumaho forever, because there has to be a local capacity to do certain things. Thank you, Bwana Moderator.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ampe. I see a few other comments in the chat, fresh ones. There's new and some people raised the complaint that sometimes AMDA takes old clothes for the needy, so asked us to always be more cautious about things we give people. This is very important, and Father Chaplain talked about it. He said giving to the needy does not mean that we give them our old items. Ntubahereze ebintu ebikinemu kitinisa ebikiri kukora gye. We are taking questions, and I see a hand up. We have a hand from Agaba. Agaba, would you like to say something? Your hand is up. Mr. Agaba? If you have a question, this is a good time to put up your hand so that we can ask our facilitators. But I also see comments on the need to send our patients to the nearby hospitals for follow-up. I know that we have been doing that, but Dr. Crescent is on this call and he will pick that up, the head of the Health Council. Maybe while you prepare your questions, I can take this opportunity to introduce to you the team that is in the kitchen preparing the caravan in detail. As you prepare your questions, the chairperson of the Leisure and Events Council, Richard Tumwesije, please say hello to the people.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Father Chaplain, hamwe na Chairman Emeritus Mwebare Oktwejesaje abya Caravan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my chair. Also in the kitchen is Collins Tumsime. Just a quick hello.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, the moderator, Fina. Thank you, Father Darius. Thank you, Doctor. Those were some good insights. And we expect to make some payments so that we are part of this historic event for AMDA. Thank you.
Thank you, Collins. RK in the kitchen. I know you're probably cooking, but say hello, a quick one.
Yeah, thank you, Fina. Thank you for the chaplain. Thank you, Dr. Ampi. For me, I feel that the objective of today's engagement has been met. I think all the questions have been answered, so we are now ready to continue cooking and deliver the caravan. Thank you.
Thank you, RK. Jackie Chembo, are you nearby? And you say hello? Jackie is the vice chairperson of the Events Council. Okay. So we'll proceed. I see Madame Skora Ndiagambachi on the call. She is the vice chairperson of AMDA, and we're very privileged to have her present. Kindly address us, Madame.
Thank you very much,
Make the announcement. Yes.
Thank you very much, Josephine. I want to, are you hearing me?
Yes, we are hearing you.
Okay. I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who has organized this. I think now we all know what the caravan is. My appeal is among the questions that were asked, that we follow the example of Mushanga, so that when we leave, because we are not going all of us to follow what happens in that place, so that we form those committees and follow up exactly what we are doing. I tell you, as the chairman said, Education Council did it and it has really helped. Wherever I pass, even people call me and say thank you very, very much, especially for the teachers, because when we taught them how to make their own money, how to live on their own, because they were telling us, whenever the Kafuna people would come, a teacher would just fly from the window. You can imagine a teacher running. So my appeal is that if wherever we go, that the people that we live, the parishioners who are AMDA members, to try and follow up whatever we have done. I think even we live there, some people are very sick and we treat them and they need a follow-up. I'm also appealing to the people, since we have all known what the caravan is. You know, at first people are thinking that it is for drunkards, that it is whatever. One member told me that, but what they told me is when he was told and he said, let me go and see what happens there. When he came, he said, but what were all these? What were people telling me is not what I'm finding. So I'm appealing to people that this is voluntary work and we are only serving, as we have said, our pillars. One of them, the biggest, is evangelization. So when we go, let us be evangelizers. And when we come back, let us follow up whatever we have discussed. But I want to thank you very, very much. Father, I think it was very wonderful. And I'm appealing that whenever we want to make, because when we went to Karama, because people had already, you had told us about a pilgrimage. When we went differently. As I had always said, me, I had attended so many pilgrimages, but I had never known why I always move. I go thinking that I'm going to play, but when you come, you have not fulfilled the objective. But I think when we went to Karama, everybody came full of the Holy Spirit. So thank you very much for thinking about telling us about the caravan. I know now people have known, and we are going to have many people. I'm appealing to many people, especially because I saw we are over 100 who were on Mkutu. If one can tell the other because we need a lot of money. People may think 250, yes, it's a lot of money, but the work that it is going to do. And remember, we are leaving an impact. I tell you, me, I belong to two parishes, Chitabi and Chamhunga, but Chitabi, up to today, those women come and tell me, ask me, when are you coming back? So thank you very much for organizing for us. Thank you for enlightening us in whatever we are doing. I wish you and everybody a successful caravan.
Thank you very much, Madam Vice Chair. We are very privileged to have you this evening, but also to have you as AMDA. And the Education Council, as usual, we know that together with them you will shine. And all the councils that you support. I still haven't seen any questions, but I see a hand from Dr. Ampe. I don't know if it's because you have something you want to add.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Moderator. Someone has reminded us that at this material time, it's very important that we recognize one of our members who passed on, Professor Anton Mbonye, who was a great supporter of this caravan. Indeed, there is someone who had understood this idea very well, and they was willing to do anything to make sure it was successful. Maybe a champion at an appropriate time, as we can see how to add the prayer for his soul to rest in peace, because we lost a very, very big brother. And so we have to recognize that. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In the last caravan, he was indeed a big pillar. Hazard, I see our numbers have reduced by at least 20 people. Friday, let's all meet at Rivonia. Friday evening, Norgaha Mormo, and all roads lead to Rivonia Suites, Rivonia Erimbuya, just behind the Nakawa Court. We're going to
It is Friday this week.
Yes, Friday at tomorrow, but 1. We are going to have a mega launch caravan. Now that we know what the caravan is, now that we know what it hopes to achieve, now that we know why all roads lead to Rivonia, on Friday, let's launch the caravan in a major way. Come with a good appetite, come with a heavy wallet, okay, even the not heavy wallet, come ready to register to participate in the caravan. On behalf of the Events Council, come in big and small ways, come with a friend, come with a sister, come with a neighbor, come with a brother, come and let's launch the caravan. The flyers are going around. Please share them in your groups, share them on your status, share them on Twitter and on Facebook. Let's have everyone. And since we don't have any other questions, ninza kushaba Father Tumcha, then RK at the anthem ya AMDA, and we can close this session for today. Father, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Fina, and thank you very much, RK. Thank you very much, Dr. Ampe, for organizing and moderating this session. Tutaka hendi irene shara hino wagira ngo COVID ntija kujigera tuta obwegarukire cyo kubanza cyabyona katugihe shara ni ndebo mu reports positivity rate ne temba ishuma konkatu bagizengwe garukira hansi ingira mutwetandikiremo murumo, because if we begin on our individual level, we can also influence other people to observe the SOPs and keep the infections down. Kandi tubetwete katekero kuzabutare okukuratira amateka na nengenderwaho ezo kwirinda oburwiro. Nawe cyo tukitandikireho kare kandi tucegese n'abantu abaturazimo. Mwe bari mwe n'aba member okwija aha mucenge eki cyo mwanya okurizana na no khane bitekateko aha caravan yitu ensima mwe n'ababaho nindebaho n'abarugahare Dr. Deus Mubangizi odiyo muri Geneva in Switzerland niwo bare kuba nitwe omurye kishenge ntwesigamwe kubasa kwija kuno yoka twegitaho caravan ejo ninga wabo tabasize ukatwohereze mbazi kurugo mu World Health Organization mwe bare mnonga buzima turebane urwa katano mwen katuhendere neshara umuzina ya patri niriya mwana niriya mutumur kwera amina mukamarahanga we bare okubane itwe umuryo kiganiro cyo mwabazyo bo bare kutumurikira umurikiro bwenge bwitene mutuma yitu kashoronzi yaje itekateko bane mukamel twaganira one turiyon tutekateka kora ndabikwaso mu mukono yawe obutemo mukono gwe ho mugishobe haserre thereze kwato thereze byetengo imusya omutuma gwembabazi mutuma gwa rukundo mutuma gwo fura omutuma gwo kweshasha mutuma gwo kwehinengera birunzi byabataye bitu bene ito muntebekanisa yito tubase kutunga byone turukwetenga kandi tubase no kwetebekanisa kurungi okugira urutaya yorungi orragasira abantu bawo ratugasire twena kandi izina ryawe rukahebwe kitimwa ayi mukama twenda kuhongera umutima gwa mutahi witu Dr. Mbonye warugiro mu magara genseje ntukusimire birunje biwamukoreiremo na mnongo ito mu kigombe cyitu cya AMDA ofurabwe n'imbabazi ze mukama ndukushaba ebi byone byasho bizabubere mwabwe nko muto musasire ebirunje byatukoreire byakoreire ensi n'ihanga obumurongore omwakiro mukama bwawe omuhumuze omubusinje ebyo natabishaba ntaraba mu Kristo mukama witu amina
Amina.
Bwena imukama twaza kwakira omugisha gwawe ntukushaba ngo tuhereze umuraro murungi yo mukireki obe nitwe omukubyama no mugwejegera tubyama muri iwe kandi simukiro muri iwe nyencyakare twina amagara ubwo muzamo ntukuhereza je abwa Kristo mukama witu amina.
Amina.
Mukama abe nimwe Ruhango mushobozi wa byana baho mugisha we patiri na mwana na mutima kwera.
Amina.
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 Murare no businje.
Amina.
Thank you, Father.
Amina. Father, I know you.
Rangana kasinje.
Amina.
Twino yo anthem ya AMDA kana urabaji gamba.
Twine anthem DJ RK Jonas.
Let's humble ourselves for the anthem.
Please sing along.
We'll just be doing it.
Thank you so much.
Mukama barinde.
Josephine.
Yes, sir.
Magufura winchata kubara musiyo.
Tubarinzire butare.
Mwebale kanza kubera kasoga mu mwamwanche bizi.
Tubarinzire wabachwa kasoga mu. Kwanza kubera soga mu.
Meeting ya tahiramo.
Nimukoraho.
Arake.
Hello.
Boje tukutegerize.
Ogunoha ni Juvenali.
Tugontuiza.
Ye Juvenali wenyini.
Juvenali mwesige elindo niki.
Embande gitereze kare.
Juvenali muti. Tumwesige Juvenali.
Mwesige Juvenali aho ajunda.
Wameze kanja.
Akura. Mwesige kanja. Iwe.
Mwebale meeting abantu mwe.
Abo mukajyana murare.
Bantu mwe tureba no rwagatano. See you Friday.
Josephine. You are Josephine?
Yes, sir.
Toha Dr. Deus Mbanyizo wa Geneva.
Network yawe yayanga konka Dr. Deus Mbanyizo tumwakira. Abantu bagenda
musyo.
Dr. Deus webare kuba nitwe izoba.
Nanye nashemerwa kuba nimwe. Nanye manya AMDA na yitu. Nanye kuno bwire ni nanuko kuba nimwe.
Webare.
Na ninjirangu misa ya AMDA neyokuherera kw'omwaka ninga omwezi ninga yokubanza omu kwezi
Erukuherera kw'omu kwezi.
mwene ya July nimbasa kugirya nimwe.
Basi. Twakushemererwa.
Narukundo mpango.
Yeah, July will be animated by the Children's Ministry, so tukushemererwa in advance webale kwisha.
Ari, ndakushemererwa kuba nimwe.
Okay.
Hakwakira in advance Deus.
Steven na kurra.
Security takabura Steven.
Ekyo nobuuza amazima. Twashaka bizire kubatiza bakabuza omwana ngo wamureta gukora cyo gomwana kandi bafiringire forms.
Eske olwakatano security ne yawe nokimanya?
Count on me dear Tina.
Got it. I know I can always count on you. Thank you.
Unga madam moderator.
Yes, please.
Mutakwenda kwenye sabantu anthem hati ndumantu erumena nka minwa no rime tutakubasa kweshongora anthem mwabwachi.
Atoro akatano tuza kutandika na anthem.
Babije bagitogese ba present.
Inga baje recording bagisending jiraho.
Actually, Dr. Christian was supposed to sing it. Konka by the time of meeting in Jaya patient can't charge urgent, so he couldn't make it.
Come to program you just have and done to talk about caravan it very smart.
Bakore karaoke. Bakore karaoke. Tugumentrele bugana.
Nubajeta a capella. Not karaoke. Nubajeta a capella.
Ejone miaka yanyu sasire.
Rokata nishasinga he.
Shai 11.
Nubajeta a capella.
Ya hopo mukasa ahita betanga karaoke dance ebigambo biri ya screen. Generation eyinga.
Ogate chituru mune chiba kweta after party yechiganiro so
ino mundani bamweta atfather Bonaventure kutfather
aona father bareche
na father bareche
yaja naenda ejo music ya nanga ya anthem
okay what's the instrumental
ninda chiro father or father Bonaventure ninga na Bonaventure ndicho
Bonaventure, just Bonaventure, umuntu father.
Hey.
Ada tino wa father binji, ninde father mukasa, father chirerezi.
Kwa music na ujifamba?
Think kusome bigambo. Bigambo ni bitara muninga just in instrumental notes.
Yabari wezi.
Ejuru music language.
Madam Kasa ninjara ya tembo mutubihanga kufuna network.
Madam Kasa wizihanga.
Agona mazima gwena na tembo muti. So byambine babazi.
Konke kiganiro wachikwasa.
Father yachikwasa yachiruho kandi coordinator we na warni mwapa.
I'm really very sorry for no bidding farewell. I didn't know about the meeting. Someone sent me a link an hour ago. Now I thought you guys saying bye-bye to each other. I remember someone tell me outside this meeting what you guys were discussing. Thank you.
Presentation area. Presentation area, I think Dr. No could sharing na RK.
Yes.
Father Mukasabarichi a benefiting mu presentation eje very prepared.
I'll be very grateful.
Father niza kuteka caravan group ebintu kumeno following wafuna network yabe hanga.
Actually, Father is on the caravan group. I added him, I think a week ago.
No, I think I'd requested that you add my Airtel, which I'm using now, because MTN and this I drive about 5 kilometers away from the parish. But Airtel, at least I can move some few meters and I get the network.
You can go in the corner. In the corner of the presenter.
So, RK mulimo addinga father no gwawe. Father Chererezi niwe ntukureba we bare kubaho.
Nanyona abashemerwa kandi nashemerwa kuba nyimo gumwabazyo.
Father, are you still in Uganda?
Yes, a little bit more with you.
So Friday, Rusha Dakurete.
Friday nenchizamani niza kuba ndi arugudo.
Wakuferwa hatu mwema.
Niza kuba nimbukurikiriza nimbukuratira.
Okay.
I will still be a little bit longer with you, but soon after you will no longer see me.
Okay.
Mom, Tandevre.
So wanagabo tuyiswa kunyoma after party no because no shot shirya habantu kasita kwenda kugenda.
Can I give you some music?
Ati nakusigaho agende ntugende.
Apana. The hosti think agent.
Mwenti waza kureta motizo wabire host buzuma.
Otwizi nza kusavinga orwa katano.
It's never too late. Nyo natandika oine cyo kunywa hiyo we share.
Yeah, kabarsi.
Cheers. Okutureba.
Abana mukunda kubuza.
Okay, the escalation is not necessary. Murare kurungi.
Escapes when Thanksgiving in my heart. I will answer.